More and more businesses are seeing the advantages of implementing multi-cloud environments for their infrastructure. And in fact, cloud adoption has accelerated through these unprecedented times. But despite all of this, there are still those with lots of unanswered questions on the topic. And that's why we are here today. I'm Claudia Martinez, Senior Product Line Marketing Manager at VMware.
Hi, and I'm Scott McKinnon, a security architect at VMware. And together, Claudia and I will be trying to answer some of your most asked questions on multi-cloud networking.
First question for you, how is digital transformation giving businesses a better way to manage their portfolio of apps and services?
That's a good first question. Whether it's easy, I'm not so sure. But so let's think about what digital transformation means. It's all about the way in which businesses are employing technology to give them a better way of dealing with their customers, or even thinking about how they can have a competitive advantage. So with that as the starting point, then it's really all about being able to support any application that runs across any cloud and consumed through any device. So whether that is a co-worker or a partner or a customer. And to do that, it's really about being able to build that capability on a ubiquitous digital foundation.
That makes sense.
Great. Well, look, I have one for you now, Claudia. So why are companies moving their IT workloads to the cloud?
So there are many benefits to moving workloads to the cloud, but I want to focus on three. So first, companies typically move their workloads to improve operational performance and agility. So in essence, their IT teams don't have to worry about maintaining all that equipment. And this really allows them to focus on more strategic initiatives that matter to the business. Second, it can also be more cost effective. So companies don't have to spend huge amounts of money, again, maintaining their own equipment or their very large data centers. Plus, companies are able to only pay for what they consume or use. And third, it's about scalability. Companies can scale up or down to meet their demand dynamically. So this is particularly important for organizations or businesses that are growing fast, or simply those that have fluctuating bandwidth demands. So for example, in the context of retail, right? Specifically during the holidays. So because of all the benefits, the ones that I just mentioned and many others, as well as the move to microservices and containers, Forbes previously predicted that 83% of enterprise workloads are going to be in the cloud by this year. And that's pretty significant, I would say.
Absolutely. And therefore, if there's so many workloads are moving to the cloud, there's a need to provide the connectivity and the access to them through multi-cloud networking then.
Exactly.
Right. Great answer.
Thank you. So next question for you, Scott. How many cloud services does the average business use, whether they know it or not? And why is this a problem?
So we know from research that if you look at the actual number of cloud services that are used on average, it is over 1,000. It's a huge number, because when you think about the capabilities that are available from public cloud providers, they have a whole subset of different cloud services on there, from storage through to identity management and access, as well as things like AI and machine learning. So the number is huge. And do organizations realize just how many of these services they're consuming? I don't think so. It's not always obvious as to the consumer of a service and an application, and it's also not obvious to the budget holders either, because they're just paying for a capability without really understanding how many cloud services and where each of them are. And is it a problem? Well then yes, I think it definitely is, because you need to understand exactly the scope and the degree of what you're trying to consume if you want to be able to manage it and provide the correct amount of security around about it. So From a risk management point of view, first thing you have to do is to define the scope of what you're trying to manage. And then the second piece is to do an asset inventory and discovery. And if you don't have that, then those are challenging tasks before you even begin.
Definitely.
Traditional legacy WAN is often referred to as a Cinderella technology. What's that about?
Is it because it stops working at midnight?
I think you might be right there. That does happen.
At a more serious note, so in the fairy tale, Cinderella is important, but has largely existed in the shadows. And so it serves as a good metaphor for traditional WAN. Now, with the evolution to SD-WAN, the WAN is playing a much more important and strategic role, which is exciting. And so this is the equivalent of Cinderella going from working in the kitchen to being the most beautiful woman at the ball. And that's why this funny reference is made. And that's all we've got time for today. For more VMware experts answering more questions in a variety of topics, please check out our YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.